Chaotic Sorceress, ZTC.
Greetings, duelists! Chaotic Sorceress ZTC, otherwise known as Nia here, and welcome to yet another Red Eyes Telefon Beelze FTK. I've been really cooking up a storm trying to make this one a bit better, because it always rubbed me the wrong way that this one specifically was the worst of the worst in FTK-wise. At least for the viable FTKs, so there's that. Alright, well, now with the release of Exceptional Schedule, we've got a new starter to the deck for Telefon FTKs, so that'll be fun. I'll show that during my practice duels or test duels, whichever you want to call them. But first, let's go through the deck, I guess. We've got 3 Telefon, 3 Naganaki, 3 Gadget Gamer, 1 Codebreaker Zero Day, 3 Gizmek Arakami, 3 Awakening of the Possessed Nefarious or Archfiend, 3 Vulcan Rocket, 1 Gadget Hauler, 1 Heavy Armored Knight Babel Decker. This is a new card. It's kinda odd. I'll show you what it does in the test duels. We've got Foolish Burial, and that's at 1. We've got Machine Dupe at 3, 1 for 1 at 1, Small World at 2, Morphtronic Converter at 3, Dimension Dice at 2, Exceptional Schedule at 3, Dice Dungeon at 3, and Urgent Schedule at 1. Now to the extra deck, we've got Stardust Charge Warrior, we've got Hyper Psychic Riser, we've got Mind Castlin, we've got Cyber's Quantum Dragon, we've got Maple Maiden, we've got Zalin the Shackled Dragon, we've got Beelze of the Diabolic Dragons, of course, along with its counterpart, Red Eye Slayer Metal Dragon, we've got Link Karibo, and then we've got 3 Relinquished Anima. That's right, as always, or actually not as always, this is a bit different. This is a Clockwork Knight, a Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, and a Sorcerer of Sebek. Now, Stardust Charge Warrior is just to bait out an Ash, and Hyper Psychic Risers just here because monsters with less attack than this card cannot attack. Also, neither player can activate the effects of face-up monsters on the field with more attack than this card. I just thought that would be helpful. It might not be. Mind Castlin is our swapper, since if Synchro Summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 face-up monster on each field, swap control of them. Cyber's Quantum, while you control a Link monster, your opponent cannot target monsters you control for attacks nor effects. And Zalin is because this one comes after Mind Castlin, so the thought is, I don't know if it works like this, but once this is summoned, then you activate Mind Castlin, and maybe you can negate it with Zalin if they try to negate its effect in the graveyard. Don't know if that's how it worked, but either way. So, the way that Exceptional Schedule works, I guess, let's just give you a rough rundown. It specials a token to your opponent's field, then grabs you Urgent. Urgent allows you to summon Heavy Armored and Telefon, or Telefon and Gadget Hauler, I guess, as well. But they're both negated and in defense position. So, it works similar to Naganaki Gadget Gamer, as in getting your first Telefon on the field. But we'll get into a lot more of the combos that I've seen when practice duels, which is coming right up now. Alright, here we go into the first. The second's just going to be a fun combo I figured out. But first up, we're going to draw. Going first, we've got 2 Naganaki, Vulcan Rocket Booster, whatever, Dimension Dice, and Exceptional Schedule. Get ready. Exceptional Schedule activated to add Urgent. Schedule effect, summon the diagram token to their field in defense position. Activate Urgent, bringing out both Telefon and Heavy Armored Knight. Dimension Dice effect, Telefon. Now, we haven't used our normal summon yet, so we could still bring out Naganaki and get our third Telefon on field if they negated one of them. So, or if they negated it while we were comboing. Plus, I should mention, diagram token being there, they can't imperm us. Alright, anyways. Going into Relinquished Anima. Telefon for Telefon. Relinquished Anima and Telefon for Awakening of the Possessed. Telefon for Telefon. We're gonna link up into Linkaribo. Telefon for Telefon. Bring back Telefon. Synchro off into that Stardust Charge Warrior. Charge Warrior effect, draw a card, just to bait to see if they've got an Ash. Telefon for Telefon. And Synchro away, Telefon and Stardust Charge Warrior for Cyber's Quantum Dragon. Okay, so now that Quantum Dragon is here and we control a Link monster, our opponent cannot target our cards with effects. At least the ones on field. So, no effect Veiler, I believe that is. Telefon for Telefon. Relinquished Anima. Telefon for Telefon. Nefarious or Archfiend. Telefon for Telefon. Synchro away into Hyper Psychic Riser. Telefon for Telefon. Synchro up into Maple Maiden, if I'm correct. Yup. Turn everything dark. Don't need Reaperdocus, because we've got Maple Maiden on field. So that kind of saves us. And they can't negate it because Quantum Dragon's here. We're going to bring back a Telefon. Synchro up into our Beelze of the Diabolic Dragons. Telefon for Telefon. Telefon into the final Arch Anima. Telefon for Telefon. Link up into Codebreaker Virus Swordsman. Now, under the circumstances of this, we don't need to do this, but it's helpful. And if we don't have a exceptional schedule, then we won't get this, and we'll still need to do this anyway. So, good to have it in the example at the very least. So, we're going to summon Codebreaker Virus Swordsman using that Linkaribo, and since Relinquished Anima points towards it, we can activate its effect, summoning 0 Day to their field, Telefon for Telefon, bring out our final Nefarious or Archfiend, Telefon for Telefon, Synchro up into Mind Castling. Telefon for Telefon, Synchro up into our Zaylin, the Shackled Dragon. Mind Castling effect, swap those two. Telefon for Telefon. Link away Swordsman and Telefon for Sorcerer of Sebek. Our Damager. Zaylin and Quantum for our Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Telefon for Telefon effect. That activates Sebek, dealing 1,000 to both of us, And starting the loop of Red Eyes activating Beelze, Beelze activating Red Eyes, and so on and so forth. Yep. It's got quite a few ways to not get immediately stopped, I guess. So that's pretty fun. And they're done. Alright. Well, next up is going to be a little tech. So, on to that. Alright, and here's our little tech thing that we got. Similar to how if you have Gadget Gamer and a Telefon in hand, then you can Gadget Gamer add a Telefon and then use Gadget Hauler to send the second Telefon from your hand to your grave. Exceptional Schedule, Urgent Schedule, summon that token, Urgent Schedule, bring out Telefon and Heavy Armored Knight. Small World, we're going to go Naganaki into Arakami into Telefon. Now we have a Telefon in hand. Blink away our level 10 Heavy Armored Knight into Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight effect. Bring back the Heavy Armored Knight, Babel Decker. Now, Babel Decker's effect is activated since it was special summoned. You can special summon one Earth Machine monster from your hand. We're going to summon Telefon, and that means we just did all of that without normal summoning. We don't have anything to normal summon in our hand, but Then we're going to blink away into Codebreaker Fire Swordsman. Telefon for Telefon, since it's not negated. Telefon into Anima. And as you can tell here, we didn't activate Swordsman, but we don't need to. We have the Diagram token to swap with our... Where is it? Mind Castling. We can Mind Castle in the Diagram token too. Telefon for Telefon, yada yada yada. And our opponent, I believe, once we bring out Sorcerer of Sebek to get our Link Karibo online, they give up. So yeah, that's a little tech that I recently realized. Works in any of the decks, honestly. Any of the FTK decks, so that's fun. Well, on to the wrap-up. Alright, wrap-up time. So, is this the best deck now? Best FTK for Telefon now? No. But most definitely with Quantum, Dragon, and Zaylin as, like, options here. Now, it's definitely on par with the rest. With, like, Clock Dragon FTK and Ohm Baseball Kid FTK. But it's still pretty low. It's not perfect. It's, like, maybe a step below the two, but it won't be immediately stopped if they go after certain cards, because Quantum forces someone to target it at least once for a effect, and Zaylin can negate an effect once, so it's got negates, which is pretty helpful. So yeah, not the best of the FTKs, but not the worst anymore. It's not as bad as Walk FTK. Anyways, if you liked the video, consider liking, subscribe for more Telefon FTKs. Leave a comment about, I don't know, how excited are you for the next Telefon starters of Checker, Gray Layer, and I guess Boss on Parade finally working when those come out, and Convex Knight eventually coming. I hope you're all excited. Leave a comment about it, I guess. Yeah. Adios, amigas.